In just over a week's time, the Wawa Cup Series kicks off the 2025 season with the Mellow Yellow Smooth Fest. But we are here at the new Smyrna Speedway, ready to kick off the countdown to the Mellow Yellow Smooth Fest. It's the first event of this super week here at New Smyrna Speedway, and it's the first ever race of the newly formed BodyArmor LYTE Series East. We got ourselves 15 races, 16 drivers, and we got a bunch of drivers who are not in the Wawa Cup Series or BodyArmor Pro Series, so they're going to go after it themselves. And guess what? This is a driver rating series as well. So many things can happen between now and October in this championship of the BodyArmor LYTE Series, but we know that the action's going to be great on these short tracks and road courses throughout the year, and it all starts here tonight at one of the best short tracks in America. It's the new Smyrna Speedway and the new Smyrna 200, the opening race of the 2025 BodyArmor LYTE Series East. Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the new Smyrna Speedway here in Samsula, Florida. We're not actually in New Smyrna Beach, technically, which next week's race will be the Samsula 200. This week's race is the new Smyrna 200 here for the BodyArmor LYTE Series East, and we got ourselves 16 drivers and 2 BodyArmor Pro Series drivers in this field here tonight, looking to kick off the 2025 season the right way in Victory Lane. And this is the best opportunity for all of these drivers to go to Victory Lane. Only one ratings adjustment for all these LYTE Series drivers up to this point. There was no range in the ratings to start off the season, so these drivers are essentially equal right off the gate coming into this race here tonight. Joined alongside Andrew Miller, a driver in the BodyArmor Pro Series and in the Wawa Cup Series, and you are going to be racing here tomorrow night in the BodyArmor Pro Series event, the new Smyrna Speedway. What are you looking forward to here tonight in this 50-lap event for these LYTE Series drivers to possibly take into tomorrow's Pro Series event?
Well, I know that New Smyrna tends to be very racy and maybe a little bit chaotic even, so I'm going to be watching to see if it's going to end up being an inside dominant track, or if maybe we might be able to see some moves made on the outside. You just never know at tracks like this, so I'm going to be watching for that, seeing if guys are able to make up much ground if they're starting toward the rear, especially knowing that we've got some Pro Series drivers starting in the rear here. Of course, we'll get to that in a moment, but I'm going to be eager to see kind of what they're able to do from back there, how these guys starting up front are going to be able to hold on to it. A lot that can happen with shuffling on a track like this in the first few laps, or if they're able to hold it. So a lot of kind of unknowns for me going into that. So we'll see what will end up being the case, and that could possibly shape up how things go for tomorrow.
We'll just have to see how this one shakes out first. And, of course, what we're going to see here tonight is essentially what we're going to see all throughout the next 9 days here on AG, the channel. And I'm very excited to see how this one shakes out in particular, because we're opening up a new season. We're opening up a new series. And we're going to lead into the rest of the year with this series and the West Series as well. They will run alongside each other most of the year. They will cross paths a couple of times as well. We're going to actually do that a month from now at Circuit of the Americas. But tonight, it's just the LYTE Series East drivers and those 2 Pro Series drivers, which I mentioned. We decided to do a little fun thing with the Pro Series drivers, selecting 2 LYTE Series races throughout the season to essentially bushwhack in like they did back in the old day, and they kind of still do occasionally, but we'll see if any of those Pro Series drivers win these LYTE Series races throughout the year. I think the later we get on in the season, the more likelihood of that being the case. But tonight we have Nicholas Samadillo and Justin Zeidel on this race, along with the 16 full-time drivers in the East Series. And, of course, Nicholas Samadillo, the all-time winningest driver on the channel. This is relatively a home track for him from Florida. It's going to be a fun one to see if he can work his way through the field against these newer drivers. But the driver starting on the pole here tonight is not a newer driver. That is Andrew Williams, who has actually won multiple races in the Turkey Hill Truck Series in the past, and he may be going into this season the championship favorite here in the East Series, especially after winning the pole. Now, the way qualifying is done here in the LYTE Series is done in-game like we used to do in the Wawa Cup Series. And the qualifying rating is in effect for these drivers in their weekly ratings forms. All the Pro Series drivers will start in the back of the field behind all the full-time LYTE Series drivers in each of these LYTE Series events. So the 16 LYTE Series drivers will always have positions 1 through 16 in the LYTE Series specific events, and then all the Pro Series drivers that sign up, they're going to be behind the field behind them, but does not mean they can't charge through the field and get the race win. Another fascinating thing about this BodyArmor LYTE Series is the points format. It is similar to that of the Pro Series, where only the top 10 finishers in each of these races receive championship points. However, it is 1 point per position and 2 bonus points for winning the race. You do have to win the race to get those bonus points. If we are in a combination event, the top 10 finishers in the specific series will get points, but in order to get those 2 bonus points, they have to win the event. So we'll have a couple of races this season where they are combining with the Pro Series. Willow Springs, Watkins Glen, and New Hampshire are going to be those races where the LYTE Series ends up racing along with the Pro Series in a Pro Series event. The top 10 LYTE Series drivers are guaranteed points in those, but the top 10 LYTE Series drivers are not guaranteed points here. It's only the top 10 who finish that get those points. So if a Pro Series driver finishes top 10 in a LYTE Series race, they take those points away from the LYTE Series drivers. So it's a little complicated, but, you know, I think as we move on, we'll figure it out. Let's go ahead and introduce the 16 drivers that will race here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series East this season. And we got ourselves Andrew Williams, like we said, starting on the pole position, driving for Michael Lewis's team, MAL Racing. Alongside him is his teammate this season of Kyle Craven, his first career start here tonight. He's also driving for MAL Racing. They locked the front row there, Michael Lewis's team did, and I'm sure he's going to be happy about that one. Aaron Abel driving for NS Racing in the 97, and BB Ruiz driving for Jacob Sport. This is Jacob Anderson's team, the number 70 machine. Ryosei Fujimoto, first career start for them. They are driving for Dutch Atlantis Racing in the number 4 machine. And Jared Martin, I believe this is his first career start on the channel as well, driving for NS Racing in the 98. How about this? Josh Marzak is back and in a full-time ride. I probably shouldn't say this now, but watch out for him in the Wawa Cup Series at some point this season. He's driving for Avalon Racing. This is Nicholas Samedio's team right here. Nicholas knew what was up with Josh Marzak, a fellow Daytona 500 champion, and excited to see what he can do behind the wheel of a rating series. This is Joshua Neely. I believe this is his first career start here tonight, driving for the Quebec racing team King Fast, which is Intersys Motor Racing, basically Ludovic Charette's team there in the 00. Chris Reynolds in the 04 for Dutch Atlantis Racing, and Anthony Hernandez won one of the dual races in the Christmas Eve Showdown, driving for Jacob Sport and Jacob Anderson. Alexander Rowe, longtime veteran of the channel and multi-time winner. He's got double-digit wins on the channel, driving for Railfan Motorsports and Bradley Ream. Dylan Matthews is back behind the wheel as well, driving for Quebec Racing and Ludovic Charette in the 64. We got Campbell Marsh. Not his first career start on the channel. I believe he made a Lenovo Pro Series start back in November or December, driving for Railfan Racing, Railfan Motorsports, I should say, and Bradley Ream. Got Corey Case in the 8, teammate to Josh Marzak at Avalon Racing, and not a good qualifying effort for Trackhouse Racing HMS. This team is owned by Sergio Alonso officially, so you'll see Reggie Fogelman in the 82, Christian Vargas is there in the 37. And then, of course, we got Nicholas Samedeo and Justin Zeidel, organized by the point standings they have in the Pro Series coming into this race. Nicholas Samedeo had a good run at South Boston last week to get himself third in the standings, I do believe, over there. He starts 17th alongside Justin Zeidel in this race. Let's go ahead, get these drivers to roll off. We've been talking long enough here tonight. Let's get the BodyArmor LYTE Series started here tonight from New Smyrna Speedway. And you've seen the whole field, Andrew. You know most of these names. Who do you think's going to victory lane in the first race of the BodyArmor LYTE Series East?
Well, I know he's starting maybe a little deeper than I would normally pick, but he's an OG to me as well, and it's so great to see him out here. I'm going to go with the number 04 of Chris Reynolds. He's also starting on the inside lane. If my theory is correct that inside's going to be the place to be, I'm liking his chances.
I think that's a good place to be as well. You will see that throughout the night, but these guys will shuffle around quite a bit as well, so watch out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've been looking forward to this for quite some time, and the BodyArmor LYTE Series is here. Looking to kick off the 2025 season at New Smyrna Speedway with Green Flag Racing in Central Florida. Andrew Williams will lead lap number 1 here in this first race of the season, but there are no bonus points for leading laps. It's all about where you finish, and Aaron Abel wants to finish well here tonight with NS racing to the inside of the 99 machine for the top position. And how about Ryose Fujimoto, first career start? They're up to the second position, and BB Ruiz cut down to the inside. He's running in third. You got Chris Reynolds, your pick to win this race, also moving to the inside, and look at the shuffling we've got going on right now.
Yeah, I'm not super surprised here to see this. It looks like you got to really manage your corner entry, because if you slide up, it's going to really open the door. Looks like Abel's going to get through the corner there pretty well, but still just a little bit of a slide, and that's going to open the door here for BB Ruiz. And yeah, there's Reynolds. So a lot of shuffling, way more than I was expecting. And before getting back down to the inside, a little soft spot for that KLM car. Alex knows why, but and there goes Reynolds to the lead. Golly, we've seen like everyone take the lead here at this rate.
And we're just getting started with all the racing we've got coming up here in New Smyrna as well. This is just a preview of what we're going to see next Friday night, tomorrow night as well. We've got some great racing coming up. And these guys will be back next Thursday night as well for their second race of the season. We're going to go back-to-back here in New Smyrna to open up the season. How about Ryose Fujimoto to the race lead on Chris Reynolds? Already 4 different leaders in this race. Here comes Dylan Matthews in the 64. She made the chase in the Wall Walk Cup Series a couple of years ago, and she's still trying to find her way around, but she has a great ride here with Ludovic Charette's team, and this is a rating series which she excelled at a couple of years ago, and she's running second right now, trying to get around Fujimoto for that position. BB Ruiz, Corey Case, and here he comes, Nicholas Samadillo in the 48. Pro Series driver, mixing it up with these lesser experienced drivers. Of course, the all-time winningest driver on the channel, looking for number 31 here tonight. He's already in the top 10, already in the points. Looking to take this race away, but Dylan Matthews is taking it away from Chris Reynolds. BB Ruiz still in this inside lane. They just keep on shuffling around. It's like we're on a super speedway here in New Smyrna.
You would think so with how tightly packed they are, but now they're starting to maybe get a little strung out. They might start to slow and settle down just a bit. But still, even the front two. And actually, there was the outside pole sitter who's starting to come back forward here a little bit, that being Kyle Craven. But at 64, Dylan Matthews holding on to it at the moment. No surprise, though, to see Samadillo working his way forward.
And he's going to get passed, though, by Kyle Craven in the 1 machine, and Dylan Matthews looks like she's going to get passed by BB Ruiz in the 70 machine, and Ruiz going to take it away. Here comes Chris Reynolds in the 04. He's been up front quite a bit in this race so far. A good start for Chris Reynolds here tonight. You got Corey Case as well, who is a driver who made a lot of Sprint Series start. Actually won the Dash for Cash in the Sprint Series last year. Did not make a full-time Cup Series ride, and here he is to show his way in the LYTE Series. And Fujimoto, first career start for them. They are running top 5 at the moment as well. Remember, only the top 10 finishers receive championship points. It's going to be fascinating to see how it ends up shaking out. But Chris Reynolds in the position to win 12 points towards the championship to open up this LYTE Series East season. Corey Case now up to second. Fujimoto is third alongside the 70 of BB Ruiz. And then you got Dylan Matthews still in the top 5. These 5 drivers have been 5 of the best. We may go 3 wide for the race lead, and we will going into turn 1. How about Fujimoto there the inside? And it's a great move right there, because they're going to end up getting the lead next time by the way this is looking.
Oh, no doubt. That's a long way to go around the corner.
Boy, contact there between Corey Case and Fujimoto. And the 4 is going to go a little wide, and here comes Corey Case back to the inside for the race lead here on lap 16.
There was almost trouble there. I'm glad that they managed to sort it out as Fujimoto goes a little bit high there. The 1 going back forward here as well, as we were saying about Craven. There's Samadillo getting to the inside, and yeah, everyone really stacked back up with them going 3 wide like that. I believe is that the 82 of Fogelman who started to work his way forward.
He started all the way back in 16th for this race. He's in the points right now, running 8th. Aaron Abel's falling the 9th, and then you got a battle between Vargas and Andrew Williams for that last point right now, and Andrew Williams going to fall outside the top 10 after starting on the pole for this race. And Remember what I mentioned at the beginning of the show, this is still very early on in the season. These LYTE Series drivers have had one ratings adjustment worth 5 points, so they're essentially all still on equal ground, and they're not really going to spread apart as much as they do, say, in the Wall Cup Series, or what we'll see in the Pro Series later on in the season over there. So these guys are going to be close to each other all season long. It's going to be very fun to see how it ends up shaking out, especially with these Pro Series drivers mixing it up. And Nicholas Samudio had a great weekend last week in South Boston in the Pro Series. He is looking to get a race victory here in the LYTE Series, and I know these LYTE Series drivers do not want to see that. It's their series, not his series, but it's Nicholas Samudio, and it's hard to beat him no matter where we're racing here on the channel. He's 3 wide for second on Dylan Matthews and Corey Case. What a move there to Mr. Edge.
Oh, and almost more contact there between, I think that was Case and Matthews. But, slide job.
He almost put Case in the wall right there. And that's almost what we saw last week with, I don't want to spoil it for you, Andrew, but I got to mention what happened last week with Blaine Keys and Ace Garcia. And Corey Case was about to be the Ace Garcia in that situation. Oh my goodness, but that's going to open the door here for BB Ruiz, Ryosei Fujimoto, and Reggie Fogelman moving his way on the inside lane, but it's also allowing Kyle Craven to just pull away. Almost a second lead now for the Michael Lewis Racing driver.
Yeah, they're starting on the outside pole. And yeah, I'm surprised that he's the one that was able to find his way back to the front that quickly. Everyone else now is going to try to run him down, which I think as long as they maybe try to keep it calm here, as I say that, there goes Fujimoto to the inside. But if they can try to keep it clean here, they may have a chance to try to close back in.
Of course, they have spread out a little bit here. Doesn't mean we won't end up with a wreck in this race the way these guys have been racing. Tough night for Andrew Williams. Started on the pole and has slipped back and just continued to fall back in this race. As Joshua Neely in the back there. Campbell Marsh, not a good run for him. Jared Martin as well. All outside of the point. Same with Christian Vargas. Josh Marzak really hasn't had much to say for so far here tonight, but great to have Josh Marzak back behind the wheel. Was in the Thanksgiving 500, which you were just telling me was your favorite race to call, like of all time in NR offline. Uh-oh, Alexander Rowe's going to get sent around in the inside wall, and that's our first caution of the night here on the new Smyrna 200.
Oh, I saw that one coming a mile away.
And Kyle Craven's not going to like that because Nicholas Samudio is going to be right behind him on this restart. As Samudio gets around Fujimoto there for the second position. BB Ruiz and Reggie Fogelman, that is going to be the top 5 on the restart. Minor damage on the 40. That could have been a lot worse. We've seen flips before here in New Smyrna Speedway. And we probably will see one by the time we get to this point next week. Well, got a little mid-race break here in this first race of the BodyArmor LYTE Series East. Let's go ahead and see what happened to Alexander Rowe to bring out the first caution of the night here in the new Smyrna 200 to open up the 2025 season. Well, right here, it's surprising that we took 28 laps to get to this point. How much they actually do this. Alexander Rowe overshoots the exit at turn 4, and Dylan Matthews is there, and Vargas is trying to make a move on Rowe, and there's just not enough room for Alexander Rowe in that situation, and around goes the 40 across the line. Right over the Smooth Fest logo. Hey, reminder, that is next Friday night, January 31st, the opening race of the Wall Cup Series. Tough break there for Alexander Rowe. The good news is that damage will not necessarily affect him in the continuation of this race. He will not be out, but he will restart in the laps position once we get to racing here once again in the new Smyrna 200.
And so coming out of turn 4 here, I think that these guys just weren't quite ready for Dylan Matthews needing to get off the throttle there. Oh, you hear that impact. But yeah, that's my guess, is that Alexander Rowe wasn't quite ready for the 64 slowing up, and they were all just kind of expecting to be able to slide up off the corner, but wasn't quite able to happen with the 64 slowing up there. So tough break for Alexander Rowe, as you were saying, a longtime veteran on this channel, and many others as well. So we'll see if he's able to make anything happen there despite the damage.
Well, it'll be a fascinating restart because Nicholas Samudio beat out Ryosei Fujimoto for the second position at the line And Sam Medio's going to have an opportunity at this race win right behind Kyle Craven here in this restart. We have ourselves about 20 laps to go when we do restart here in the new Smyrna Speedway in the opening race of the 2025 BodyArmor LYTE Series East. We're back here at the new Smyrna Speedway, BodyArmor LYTE Series East. Andrew, what do you think of this series so far? It's been a great one to start off the season.
Yeah, only 30 laps into this thing, and man, these guys are putting on quite the show. But yeah, you got Nicholas Samadillo looking to spoil the party here, and nah, I won't compare him to Kyle Busch. That'd be too harsh.
No. Nicholas Samadillo is a good guy. Hey, Kyle Busch is a good guy now, too. You know, people can change. All right, Kyle Craven with a great restart with Samadillo, Fujimoto, Ruiz, and Fogelman. The top five. Alexander is still in the race. Everybody's still on the lead lap here with 19 laps to go at the new Smyrna Speedway. And Ryose Fujimoto to the inside for second on Nicholas Samadillo. BB Ruiz is looking to strike as well. Fogelman, Abel. How about Justin Zaidel, the other Pro Series driver in the field inside the top 10 at the moment? And Ruiz looking to the inside for second. And this is exactly what Kyle Craven wanted to see in his rearview mirror.
Yeah, he had quite the lead there before that caution came out, and just like that, even from the moment the green flag fell, he was starting to pull away, and now he's got that lead right back. So now he's just got to hope that they keep racing like they are, and he's looking in good shape. Goodness gracious.
Reggie Fogelman. Definitely a great night for him. How about Josh Marzak making it 3 wide on his teammate Corey Case, and Chris Reynolds in the 04. Trying to get into the points here in this first race of the season, and he's doing an excellent job of that. His team owner is slipping back, though, as Nicholas Samadillo slips back in the 48 machine. Zaidel has passed him, and now Kyle Craven might have to watch out for BB Ruiz here. How about Zaidel? A great run to the inside of Fogelman there. That's for third. Anthony Hernandez is going 3 wide there for the 4th position. Where did Hernandez come from? And more 3 wide back in here. Vargas and Corey Case going 3 wide.
Game on now.
It is. But Kyle Craven pushing it back to a second lead on the field here in New Smyrna Speedway for Michael Lewis here, looking to get his first career win and his first career start. Fujimoto trying to get back on Hernandez. That is going to be for the 4th position. And Aaron Abel looking for 6th on Fogelman, as Samadillo might fall outside the points. Not that that matters too much, but not necessarily what Samadillo wanted after getting all the way up to 2nd. Here comes Christian Vargas to the inside of Marzak. Top 2 have kind of calmed it down, but BB Ruiz might still have a shot at closing in on Kyle Craven here. Hernandez to the inside of Zaidel. That's for the 3rd position.
2/10 gain there by Ruiz on Craven, so it's definitely not over. Come 10 laps to go. There's still a chance, but the 70's going to have to keep running these clean laps in order to make it happen.
It's a great night for Jacob Sport. Jacob Anderson's team got his driver Haley Anderson Jr. in the Wawa Cup Series in an uncharted ride this season. And he's got a good run as an owner right now, but here comes Justin Zaidel. That is a Durrani Racing machine, by the way, even though Durrani Racing's not officially in this series. Durrani Racing has been around a long time. That's actually the car number you drive in the Wawa Cup Series, number 86, and your teammate over in the Pro Series as Hernandez takes 2nd from Ruiz. Watch out for Anthony Hernandez here. It's a 2nd lead now for Kyle Craven. He's got to be careful not to overshoot the corner here at any point and allow that 73 to close in.
He's been keeping it really clean, though. Very, very steady. As I was saying that about the 70, the 70's, oh man, I think may have used up his stuff there. 2/10 gained by... Oh my goodness!
My goodness! And he did put him in the wall. That's the 2nd run in between Samadillo and Case. Zaidel trying to get on Ruiz. And don't look now, Anthony Hernandez is flying out there in the 73. That might be the fastest car on the racetrack. He's going to have 5 laps to go to get to Kyle Craven for this race lead. He's got a clear path behind him, so Zaidel's not going to pressure him anytime soon. Yeah, but Kyle Craven holding his line right there. 6-7 is the mark at the moment, and Hernandez overshooting just a little bit right there, and Craven is doing an excellent job getting the exit to go his way. 4 laps to go this time by here in the new Smyrna 200 in the LYTE Series East.
was about to say, Craven is just smooth as butter out there right now.
He might have just
When
tapped
I
the wall.
say that,
He might have just
shouldn't
tapped the
said
wall.
anything.
Here comes Hernandez in the 73, trying to get the inside lane, trying to close in on Kyle Craven for this race win. BB Ruiz is going to take fourth away. We're going to focus on this race lead. Hernandez has a shot. He's going to have a chance at winning this race.
Oh, if he can keep it like this, the one maybe starting to use up his stuff now. 2 laps. It's one thing to catch, it's another thing to pass.
It's easy to pass here in New Smyrna, and there goes Anthony Hernandez to the inside, coming to the white flag here in the New Smyrna 200, and Anthony Hernandez looking to take it away here. 1 lap to go in New Smyrna Speedway for the 73 and Hernandez. Will he be able to hold on, or will Craven cross back over? Not a crossover there for Craven, and how about this for Anthony Hernandez and Jacob Sport? Oh, but he's a little wide right there. It's not going to be enough. Anthony Hernandez, second career win on the channel. He gets it in the opening race of the BodyArmor LYTE Series East here in New Smyrna Speedway.
Man, he put on a clinic there that last run with how he was able to just pass each and everybody there through the field to get up there with a shot at the win. I think Craven may be kicking himself a little bit, but he's got a lot to be proud of, though, with the run that he was able to put on in his first career start, as you were saying. But Anthony Hernandez, a name that, of course, you and I are pretty well familiar with, not even just on here, but many other leagues and series as well. So not too surprised to see him making aggressive moves and it paying off for him.
What a race that was. And he got a feel for Kyle Craven, his first career start on the channel here tonight. And the pressure got to him just a little bit. Anthony Hernandez, like you said, has a lot of experience in other leagues, especially on Joe Rutt's side. And no surprise to see him run well here. His second win on the channel as well, which is surprising as well. He's not made that many starts on the channel either. And he's already got 2 wins. Justin Zaidel for the Pro Series, finishing third here tonight. We're not going to see these guys move through the field at every short track this season, but this one in particular is very notorious for the field essentially inverting at points in the race. And Zaidel and San Mateo, which both of those drivers started in the last row, both finished top 5, took points away from the East Series drivers here tonight. BB Ruiz finished 4th. He was up front the whole night, but I don't think he ever led a lap. He might have. But a great night for Jacob Sport. I think they'll be leading in the owner standings in the East Series after this one. Rose Fujimoto, great run for them, finishing 6th. Corey Case, Reggie Fogelman, Aaron Abel, and Dylan Matthews at the last point here in the New Smyrna 200. Oh boy, we're just getting started, Andrew, with all the racing we've got coming up here in New Smyrna over the next week. And of course, tomorrow night it's the BodyArmor Pro Series. The most amount of cars we'll see on track at one time is 12 with those drivers, but after what we saw last week at South Boston, you don't need more than 12 cars for the Pro Series drivers being out there. What are you looking forward to tomorrow night for the second race of the season in the BodyArmor Pro Series?
Well, I mean, you just got to put yourself in the right position at the right time. I mean, as you were saying about the field inverting, I mean, yeah, you had Zaidel and San Mateo get up there, and the pole sitter finished last, even behind a guy that wrecked in Alexander Rowe. So, yeah, where you start is almost as relevant as it would be at a super speedway. It is, in other words, not. So, it seems like the bottom line is keeping it clean and do not, for the love of everything, overdrive it. We saw what happened with Ruiz. They're overdriving it. And then, of course, Kyle Craven, once he realized, Hernandez maybe closing in, I should try to push it just a little bit more. And that car was already like going as fast as it could without getting sideways. So I think that should play a lot into the race going forward here. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Just hoping right place, right time. That's all we can really hope for.
We'll see how it goes for you tomorrow. We'll see how it goes for you next Friday as well on the Smooth Fest to open up the Walwell Cup Series season. There's a reason why we have the Meliolo Smooth Fest here. It's because this is the best short track in the game. There's no doubt about it. What we see here, we don't see anywhere else, and it is a heck of a lot of fun, as we saw here tonight. And guess what? We loved it so much, we decided to do it a second time next Thursday at the Samsula 200 right here in New Smyrna for the BodyArmor LYTE Series East. So we're going to do it 2 races in a row to open up the season for these guys. So buckle up, we're going to do it again. Same bat time, same bat channel next week right here on AG the channel for the BodyArmor LYTE Series East. And of course, tomorrow night we've got the BodyArmor Pro Series right here with the Central Florida Showdown. And after what we saw in that first race of South Boston, my goodness. And you got Blaine Keys and Ace Garcia starting front row in the first heat. You just can't make it up, can you? You just can't make this stuff up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to Anthony Hernandez for getting the race win here in the BodyArmor LYTE Series East here from New Smyrna Speedway. We'll see you guys next week for the same event, essentially, but just a different name, Samsula 200, but it is the second race of the LYTE Series East, and we'll probably see a completely different race. Completely different. On behalf of Andrew Miller, here are the points for the BodyArmor LYTE Series East after the first race of the season. We'll see you guys next week for the Samsula 200 for the second race of the season here in the LYTE Series East. Congratulations to Anthony Hernandez, and I will see you guys later.